Hi, it's Nehana Gandhi, and I'm CEO and founder of Social Measures. Today we're talking to Zahir Ladhani, who is a business coach who helps small, mid-sized, and large-scale companies grow and scale. Welcome.
Thank you.
So I want you to talk to us about what you do.
So Neha, it's pretty simple actually.
Yeah.
Small or medium-sized companies, I help them grow and scale.
Okay.
There are many companies who start up and screw up in America. And very few make it.
A lot of business coaches nowadays are certified by an online internet certificate, but you are really career and life coached, right? Where he's actually lived it, seen it, breathed it, and now he can help others understand how to do it, right? So let's talk about a little bit about you were born in Uganda, grandparents of Indian descent. At the age 10, you became a refugee and spent 7 months in a refugee camp.
We were in Malta, and the Maltese were wonderful to us. They fed us 3 times a day, and we had an amazing family who took care of us.
So, and then from there you immigrated to Canada in middle school, high school, and then from there started your professional journey. So talk to us about your professional journey and the career pivot points that you had to do.
Sure. So my education was in mathematics and accounting, and I started my career in accounting, and I did thankfully very well in a pharmaceutical company formerly known as ICI, and became AstraZeneca, and I was one of the financial controllers in Canada for AstraZeneca. And he said, look, if you want to be a president of a pharmaceutical company, you need to do marketing. But before you can do marketing, you need to do sales. And so him and I agreed, and I took a pay cut and a demotion in the same company and went and became a sales representative of a pharmaceutical company. Pivot number 1.
So I hope you heard that. A pay cut and a demotion, work in the same company, and but let's just get on to pivot number 2, because I kind of want you guys to hear about these different career pivot points and how and then it brings us full circle into what the social impact he's creating. So let's.
He became head of sales for 2,300 people in AstraZeneca in Canada. In the United States. And then pivot number 2, at the age of 47, realized I wasn't going to be president of the company in the US, moved to a technology company and to sell human capital technology and recruit, and another pay cut and demotion. And a year later, the company bought a company called salary.com, and I became president of that company.
So goal achieved, but you don't always have to go one way to get to your goal. You think that climbing life is not a ladder, it's more of a mountain, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And as I was explaining, a ladder, you go up a narrow sphere, and then a mountain is much wider. It goes much higher, but to climb a mountain, you don't always go up. You sometimes have to go sideways, and sometimes you have to go down. But you get a big breath, and you go much higher. And now being part of an executive team to sell a company to over $1 billion to IBM, and then now becoming a coach to help companies grow, gives me that tool set of not only the tools that I'm certified in from scaling up, but also my life experience that I can bring to the CEO.
And with full disclosure here is that Zahir has helped me, coach me with my company, and he has just been such a valuable asset into how I see things. And he has this uncanny ability to sort of watch or see things with his eyes wide open, create social impact in that you give pro bono business coaching advice.
And so when I decided to leave IBM and go into a coaching experience, I decided that I would set up my life in such a way that I would earn a living with 50% of my work. I would set up 25% of my time that I would use towards community and development of other entrepreneurs and the community. So I work with entrepreneurs that I meet, people who I think need, and people who can't afford. I will do that. I mentor students at executive MBA programs in the school. Through that, I've become a professor or a teacher. It's about doing what's good for the world, and that's the reason for every business that needs to be thinking about paying it forward.
That's so wonderful. Thank you so much.